Beck, and I'm so glad you tuned in today to Welcome Home. You know, once in a while, we like to shake things up here on our program, and this is the day. We have something for you that will make you laugh and will probably inspire you beyond words, because we're going to be playing a game with three very prominent local pastors and their wives, and I have my precious number one daughter, Kristen King, here beside me to help me. Welcome,
so
Kristen.
Glad to be here. Super excited to be on the other side of the game show, to not be participating as a contestant, but to be asking some of these hard questions.
Right. We got the easy job today. Well, our panel of pastors and their wives are ready to go. They're going to be revealing all kinds of great family secrets to us. Right, panel? Family secrets?
We are.
Actually, I think they're a little nervous about this, as they should be. We're going to be asking our pastor husbands questions and seeing how well their wives know them, and then we'll turn the tables and see if the wives can answer questions about their precious husbands. Fun, fun, fun. Well, let me start with introducing you to our distinguished and very special panel. First of all, Pastor Marvin Jackson and your beautiful pastor wife, Deborah, welcome.
Well, we're glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. You want to tell us, first of all, a little bit about your church when you're on the air, because you are preaching partners with us, as you all are, and maybe a little bit about your family. Deborah, why don't you tell us?
Okay. We're the River of Life Christian Center of Orlando, located at 4300 Claricona McCoy Road in Orlando, and our service time is every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., and we have Bible study or midweek service every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock p.m.
But we air you every single morning, Monday through Friday at
6:30
6:30 in the morning. And I have to tell you, and you probably know this, that it is a very, very popular program on
so
Good
much.
Life 45. So thank you, Marvin. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You want to introduce our second?
Sure.
All
Our
right.
second guest are Dr. David Swanson and his beautiful wife, Lee Swanson. And Lee and David, why don't you share a little bit about us, about you, and what church you serve at, and just what you do.
You go ahead.
All right, honey. I'm at First Presbyterian Church, downtown Orlando, and we are blessed with three kids, John, David, Alex, and Kaylee, and they're all out of the house, so we're empty nesters. And our services are 8:30, 9:45, and 11 on Sunday, and we're on TV 45, 8:30 on Sunday mornings.
The Well, it is called, and we love digging down deep into the well and hearing what you have to tell us every once a week anyway, David. So thank you and Lee for being here with us today. And finally, we have the very famous and very wonderful Bishop Alan Wiggins and his beautiful wife, Deborah, who has been on the current panel with us before, right, Deborah?
Yes, loved it.
Love having you. Tell us a little bit about your family, and then I'll let Bishop Alan tell us about the church.
Our family,
You got children.
we have three boys at home, Julian, Alan, and Jonathan. Alan is a senior, graduating on the 20th.
Congratulations. Yay.
Alan just completed his track and field meet this past Saturday, went to state, and he is a two-time state champion in shot put.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
big
great.
stuff, right?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have a lot going on.
And you have some little grandbabies running around, too.
Oh, I have two grandbabies,
Yes.
wonderful grandbabies, Zaria and Nicholas.
Have to talk about
Zaria
them.
just turned 10.
Oh my
my
goodness. Wow. Well, congratulations on a wonderful family. And your church, Hope Church, Bishop Wiggins, tell us
Yes.
about Hope.
The Hope Church, located on John Young Parkway at Monte Carlo Trail. We have two services every Sunday at 8 a.m. and 11. We have a broadcast here
That's
on
right, you
this
do.
wonderful network
Yes.
called A Word of Hope. And it airs every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m.
That's right. Well, we are super, super blessed to have all of you. I have to say, you all are pretty brave to be doing this. Pastors to expose all their family secrets. I'm just so... Kristen, are you impressed or what?
I'm impressed to have such a distinguished panel, but with a lot of fun questions coming up. So we appreciate you being here and being willing to do it together.
And guess what time it is? It's time to get started. So, pastors, you may walk off the stage. We'll say goodbye to you.
Bye.
When you come back, we'll hear all kinds of wonderful things that your wives had to say about you. So we'll wait while they're moving off the stage. They're going to be sequestered, everyone, in a soundproof room where they'll not hear any of these answers. And so we're going to get to the wives now, answering questions about their husbands. Are you ready, wives?
We don't
ready.
know.
You are ready. You are ready. You can do this. We're ready to do this.
I guess so.
Okay.
All right.
No choice.
I think, Deborah Jackson, we're going to start with
Okay.
you, sweet girl. All right, I'm going to ask you, within 3 pairs of shoes, how many pairs of shoes do you have in your closet?
Okay.
Within 3 pairs. Doesn't have to be exact.
About 100.
Oh, is that your answer? 100?
Like, I'm writing it down.
Wow.
Yes.
Can I come and borrow some of your shoes sometime?
That's
What
amazing.
size do you wear?
I know, right?
9.
No, sorry. Not gonna
out.
work. I'm out. All right.
Shoot.
Lee?
I think I'd say 50.
Okay.
Okay.
50 is a lot.
good.
That's good. That's good. All right, Miss Deborah Wiggins.
I say the same, about 50.
50 pairs of shoes. Okay, very good.
Wow.
All right, we'll start, Lee, with you with this next question. You are a pastor's wife, right?
Most days.
Yes. There have to be some moments in time when you are sitting there listening to your husband and he says something that has embarrassed you to death. What is your most embarrassing moment as a pastor's wife?
I don't know if I can say because it's going to embarrass me all over again.
Family secrets. Gotta expose them.
I was a student at a local seminary, and David had been asked to come and speak at the seminary during chapel. And David got up and introduced himself and said that he was sleeping with a student. So that was probably my most embarrassing moment.
But he was telling the truth, right?
Yes, but no one.
Did they know yet that?
No one laughed. I
No
don't
one
think
thought it was
anyone got it. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that
It
was
fell
probably my
flat.
most embarrassing moment.
That is a great one. Thank you for exposing that
Yeah,
secret. That's
yeah.
a good one. All right, Miss Deborah Wiggins, what was your most embarrassing moment?
Well, I don't think I have one embarrassing moment.
Oh, too many?
I think my husband just does it over and over and over again.
Uh-oh.
He really likes to talk about our life and our relationship from the pulpit.
Good.
And sometimes it's good, and sometimes he just goes a little bit too far.
What's the farthest he's ever been?
The farthest he's ever been is probably just to say he can't wait until we get home.
Oh.
Okay, we'll read between the lines on that answer. Okay. I
He
think-
loves you. He
does.
loves
And
you.
he can't wait to get home.
And he raises his eyebrows as he's saying
Oh,
it. Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
His mother turns color.
Oh my goodness, that's a good one. All right, Deborah Jackson, most
Okay.
embarrassing moment.
I don't usually get embarrassed, but this is one time that he kind of caught me off guard. And he was talking about the God ordaining sex. And then he was saying to people that whatever you do in the constraints of your bedroom, you can put a spinning ball and you can jump and, hang from the top of your bed and just jump and dive into the bed. And I was like, who is he talking about? So I thought people were thinking we were doing that. It wasn't us. I was just giving you ideas.
No, I'm visualizing that. Aren't you seeing a good picture of that?
Well, no, I'm no. No, I am not. The ball,
So,
yes.
I was kind of caught off guard.
Diving into
Yes.
the, no, not so much.
No, no.
Thank you for
Yes,
sharing.
yes,
All right.
those are good.
Those are great,
I can't wait to
ladies.
hear what they have to say.
Oh, I know, they're
If they're tracking. Yes.
All right. Deborah Wiggins, I'll start with you on this one. How does your husband behave when he gets into the doghouse? What does he do most often that puts him in the doghouse with you?
He just doesn't listen.
Doesn't listen.
He just
Okay.
doesn't listen.
Was there any time in particular, or just overall, just never listens?
Well, I can't say never,
Okay.
but normally,
He's just not a good listener. He gets in the doghouse.
He just doesn't listen.
Okay.
And
That
he'll,
specific behavior. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
that's a
one. That's a
behavior.
behavior.
yeah,
Okay.
he'll make a decision, and then he has to come back to me and say, I probably should have listened to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Good, Deborah. All right, Deborah Jackson?
I say the same thing.
Yeah?
Just doesn't listen.
Doesn't listen.
Okay.
Gets
I'm
in the
talking
doghouse.
as like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, wah,
Yes.
wah, wah.
Seems
He's
good.
shaking his head, yes, but he doesn't hear. So
Okay,
I
good.
say listen.
Lee?
he is notorious at committing me to things without asking me 1st. In fact, I'm here today.
Yes.
Oh, he said yes without asking you?
He does that often.
Oh, I
I'm
like
happy to be
We're
here.
so glad you're
I'm
here.
happy to be
Welcome.
here. But he does have a tendency to commit us to things
Okay, that makes
without
sense.
Would you have
Check
said
my-
yes had he asked you about
to
today?
this. Oh, yes, I would have
So
said yes.
he didn't go in the doghouse for this one?
No, but there are other things.
But that type of
Yes,
behavior.
Yes, exactly. That's an
Signing
example
you
of
up for
behavior.
things
In
that-
fact, he might even mention this as a type of.
Very good. Well, you know what I love though about David is that he's spontaneous, Lee. He's totally, whenever I write him an email, I ask him something, I comment about something that he said in a sermon, he writes me right back. He's really good
Without
about
checking
that.
with me.
Exactly.
Yes, he answers very quickly.
I like that about your
Which is a
husband.
that
Which is a
part is a
positive.
positive.
See,
right.
for every negative, there is a positive, though. That's absolutely
That's
true.
true.
All right, with whom did I start?
So we're going to start with Miss Deborah over here
With
on the end,
Miss-
Pastor Deborah.
Miss Deborah
Jackson.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
What is your husband, Marvin Jackson's, most irritating habit to you?
That he does to me?
No, I
Or
don't mean he
irritating?
does it to you, but what do you think his most irritating habit is? What irritates you the most about
Cutting
Marvin?
me off when I'm talking.
Okay, he should never do that.
He should never do that.
No, you have a lot of good things to
I
say.
do.
Cutting her off. Can you imagine a husband doing that?
No.
No, I can't either. Lee, what does precious, sweet, perfect David do?
King David.
King David. Father
is
David.
very physical. And so he has a tendency of
Do tell.
like, noogies and what is that called when you punch
yeah,
someone in the
yeah,
arm
yeah.
or
Like punch buggy or something?
spanking me, like like giving me a little on the
A love
rear end.
tap.
Yeah, so it's just he kind of is always
Too physical.
messing
He's
with
touching
me.
you.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Way too physical with you, but I like that. We used to call those love licks in our household.
Unless they're too
Too rough?
or not. I don't think
Too
David
tactile?
is rough.
Yeah, or the
but
wet
just-
willy.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
just times where that's not.
Irritating.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I cannot even see Pastor David in that regard.
I
Can
mean,
you?
he might walk in and do that right behind me. When
Oh,
he gets
okay.
Should keep an eye on him when
Keep
he
an
walks
eye on
in.
him.
Let's
We're gonna-
see if what he does to touch her. If you-
Okay, he probably will,
He
right?
probably will.
Okay.
See.
Good one. All right, Deborah.
He cannot decide what he wants to eat for dinner.
Okay.
I've been preparing meals for 20 years. Decide what you want to eat.
Right. How hard is that?
Do you ask his input? I mean,
Yes.
okay.
After about 15 years,
You think he'd
you
know.
run out of ideas.
Sure. All right. That's a
And
great
they
point.
will sit in the house and just wait
Okay.
for me to get there. They
I
won't
know.
even make a decision.
Can you imagine? All right, final question, number 5. Last one. Ladies, you've done great. Lee, starting with you, right?
Yes, Lee.
Lee, what is one article of clothing that your husband wears that you just can't stand?
Oh, she has some awful orange basketball shorts.
Okay.
Bright orange.
Right. Deborah, what you got?
My husband has a brown sports jacket. I swear it was his dad's. I hate that
Poor Bishop
jacket.
Wiggins. He can't wear
loves
it anymore. Now that this is
loves
on
it.
TV, he can never wear it again.
He loves that. I
Well,
hate that.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
What you got, Deborah?
He doesn't have anything. He is really meticulous about his lounging clothes.
Even his lounging clothes?
Yes, he has
Wow.
matching shirts and matching shorts, and
So you like it all?
yes.
So you would say nothing?
Nothing.
And
Okay,
you're allowed
that's
to say
all right.
nothing.
I
That
have
sounds
nothing-
really good.
I have nothing to say about
Yes.
that.
All right. Well, guess what, ladies? You did a great job. I can't wait to see what
Yes.
the husbands have to say. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the husbands and we're going to see how well they do. So I don't think you want to go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
She'll tell me, stop talking.
Stop talking and do what?
Stop talking.
And do what?
Stop talking.
Welcome back to our first ever Pastors and Wives Marriage Game Show. Our pastors' wives just answered 5 questions about their marriages and husbands, and now the husbands are back in the hot seat, and we're going to see how well the husbands can answer. Okay, guys, are you ready?
As ready as we'll ever be.
You're not ready. We are ready. We are ready to hear what you have to say. All right. Pastor Marvin, within 3 pair of shoes, how many pairs of shoes does your wife have?
Ooh, well, that's a difficult question. 75.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you say, Deborah? 100. You were very, very close. Very
That
close.
was good, though.
Good
That
try.
was good, but I'm sorry. Not quite good enough.
Too many.
By your standards.
All right, David. What?
I'm gonna say 50.
50. Lee?
Ding, ding, ding. Very
Good
good job. Point for
That's
the
a good one.
Swansons. Very nice.
All right.
That's amazing.
Uh-oh, Alan.
You working on it?
I'm like 20.
You better look at her closet. 50 pair of shoes. Now, I know what you're going to do when you get home. Everybody's going to count how many pairs
No
of
woman
shoes
I
they
know
have.
has only 2 pairs.
That's
I mean, we
right.
got 20 pairs of just sneakers and tennis shoes,
I
right?
was
And
counting the
flip-flops.
ones she could wear.
Yeah, flip-flops.
Yes.
Good try. All right, Swanson's
Yes,
are
we are
in.
going to move along
nailed
there.
it.
All right, David.
I don't know how that happened. That was an act of God.
Great. Good job. Good job. You had a little more time to think
I
about it.
did.
I was stumping Marvin with my poorly worded question. David, what is Lee's most embarrassing moment hearing you speak as a pastor's wife?
Her most. When they turn and point the camera at her.
Ah, no. Sorry. What was it, Lee? Tell us about it, Lee.
When I was a student in seminary and you came to speak and you made a.
I was thinking about at First Pres. So
Yeah. Well, you're right. I hate the camera on me at First Pres, but
Okay.
this would be my most embarrassing moment.
Okay. Yeah.
David sleeping with a student. Yes,
Yes.
that would be quite embarrassing.
The joke
for sure.
that fell flat, apparently, but did not fall flat
Did
here.
not fall flat.
Did
It was
not fall
hilarious.
flat.
They just didn't get it.
You thought it was hilarious.
We would have laughed it.
Yeah.
All right, Bishop Allen.
What was the question again?
Yes. What would your wife say has been her most embarrassing moment as a pastor's wife?
Probably me placing her in my sermons and telling stories about her at home.
What'd you say, Deborah?
Telling people how you can't wait to get home.
You want to comment on that?
No.
She said your mother gets so embarrassed when you say things like that.
And she said you give her the look. Like you can't wait.
In the middle of your sermon.
That's all right. Good try. It was close. That was close. No points that time.
No point.
All right.
Well, no. Marvin still needs to
Oh,
answer that
Marvin.
question.
Oh, Marvin.
It's got to be the same as Alan's. If I make any reference to what we do as husband and wife.
Oh.
What'd you say,
Okay.
Deborah?
Oh.
The ball in the bedroom.
That sounds pretty close to me. I
Yeah.
would say
Oh, yeah,
We're
the
gonna
disco
give you
ball in
that
the bedroom.
point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about the disco ball in the bedroom.
And what was the second half of that? No, never mind. We won't go into that. Hanging the disco ball in the bedroom is pretty close. Good job.
Good job. All right, Bishop Allen.
Okay.
What behavior of yours gets you in the doghouse the most?
Oh. Probably running my mouth.
Okay.
She'll tell me, stop talking.
Stop talking and do what?
Stop talking.
And do what?
Stop talking.
If you stop talking, what should you be doing?
I'm
if you
trying.
stop?
Listening.
Listening.
That's
I think
that's
close
leading.
enough. I think that's close. That's right.
That's called leading.
Talk to what?
We might help you too. We will give you some help
I think
too.
that was related. I think that was close enough.
was good.
But see, he wasn't listening to me at all. He was just
He does
talking.
not.
I
I'm
guess I
scarred.
totally get it now. I totally
Yes.
get it. All right.
You
All right.
listen to me very well.
Pastor Marvin.
Same question?
Same question. What behavior of yours gets you into the doghouse?
When I don't listen.
Ding,
Good
ding,
job.
Very
Ding,
good.
ding, ding.
Very good. Okay, David. I'm scared to hear what this one is.
There's so many to
This is tough, but I you know.
Oh, are
just
you
gotta
never in the
go with
doghouse?
No, I'm in the doghouse all the time. It's just which one to pick from. I'm gonna say snoring at night.
Oh, no. Lee said committing to things without talking to her first.
Yeah, there's that.
For example, coming on the pastor's marriage game show, she told us that you didn't ask her first. Is that right?
Possibly.
Maybe not.
And see, I turned the tables and I said, I think that's one of your attributes and one of your positive traits is that you're spontaneous. I love that about you.
And that you respond with promptness.
Right. That's very
Which
good.
is great.
So we can turn anything, a negative to
Yes.
a positive.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we
All
couldn't
right.
help
We're
you
trying
with
to make
that
it
one.
Okay, the
easier.
score is so far. The Jacksons have 2 points. Swanson's 1, Wiggins 1. Close race. Next
Yes.
question.
All right, next question. Where are we? Marvin Jackson, are we with you?
I guess.
I think we're back with you. What is your most irritating habit?
My most irritating habit?
That your wife would say about you is your most irritating habit.
Can I call a friend?
You wanna
Give me a
use a
lifeline.
You need a
Can I call
lifeline.
friend? Oh man, I've got a lot of irritating habits.
I bet you don't. Sweet.
The thing I do, she says I move my mouth, and I don't know I move my mouth with my teeth. The thing I do with my teeth.
Okay. What did you say, Deborah?
That doesn't irritate me. This does. Cutting me off when I'm talking.
Oh, that's not a habit. Yeah, that's one. Okay.
It's only happened once or twice, right? How can that be a habit, right?
yes.
Oh, David is deep in thought.
Thinking.
here. Oh,
Well,
my
once again,
goodness.
there are so many to choose from. I'm going to say that my wife would say that I have a tendency to drive too fast.
Oh, I should have said that. You're right.
David,
I
you're
should have
right,
said
but
that.
she said,
You're too physical.
How, like the wet willy and the grabbing my knee and the punching me in the arm.
Let's hear about the wet willy. That's what.
The other one. On the behind
Spanking her.
When my sons left, I had to have someone to roughhouse with.
That's what it is.
See, I could have said driving too fast.
all right, that's
Gentle
close.
roughhousing.
That's okay.
Yes. Okie doke. Bishop Wiggins, you haven't answered this, right?
I have not.
Okay. It's confusing.
My most irritating habit, I go to bed too early. I fall asleep.
No, that's not it. What is it, Deborah? Can't decide what you want for dinner. Make a decision, Alan.
I don't know if that's my most irritating.
What's your most
Irritating to me.
It's not what irritates you, it irritates her.
Right. Okie doke.
All right,
I
scores
think our
stays the
score
same.
is the same. I'm not sure anyone got it yet.
That's good. Nobody moved far ahead, so that's okay.
Our
gotta try to get
last
them.
and final question. What, I think we're starting with you, David. What is one article of clothing that you wear that Lee just really wouldn't mind if she never saw again?
Wow. These are hard questions.
They are hard. They are. We'll give you that.
Well, the wives had an answer right away for us.
Article of would
That she
I
can't
have a
stand.
technical question.
Okay.
Would that include footwear?
I wouldn't go that
Wouldn't go
direction.
that direction. I'm going to say my pair of orange gym shorts.
Hey, very
Good
good.
job. Orange gym
You
shorts.
need to put those away. I don't think she likes those orange gym shorts. Bishop Wiggins, what you got?
This is a hard question.
Because everything
is.
looks so good on you, right? You don't need to
Thank
do
you.
Do you have? Do you have a question you need to ask?
I'm just going to
For
go
help?
for it. A hope shirt.
a hope shirt. No, is it a t-shirt? Yeah, no.
Or is it a hope jacket?
It's not a hope jacket. No,
My
it's
daughter
a,
cheats.
No, I forgot we already helped. Sorry.
Yeah.
Carry on.
How
You
much
don't
can
get
we
the
help
point.
them? All right, Deborah, what you got?
It's your brown sports jacket. The one I
love
always.
that jacket.
I told you.
Why we wear it all the time.
Time to put it away. She doesn't like it.
Doesn't like that one.
All right.
Marvin.
I had ample time to reflect and give deep thought and consideration, and I'm still clueless. My old T-shirts I wear around the house. I'll wear a shirt for days. I hate saying that, but
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to believe what she said. Deborah, what'd you say?
Nothing. Because you always.
She said you look good in
Shirts that match what you
everything.
You always look good and put together.
Match
Oh, wow.
your t-shirts with your shorts.
I should get a bonus point. For that.
You should. You should, definitely.
I think that is really nice. Too bad you guys didn't think. No points. Once
No
again,
points. So our
right?
standings, so that wraps up that first round. So our standings as of now are the Jacksons have 2 points. The Swansons have 2, and the Wiggins are close behind with 1. But anything can change.
Right. We're going to be
These are difficult
asking.
questions.
You husbands, stay right there. Say goodbye to your beautiful wives. See you later.
beautiful wives.
Viewers, you stay right there too. We're going to
Yeah.
take a quick break, but when we come back, the current men will be answering questions about their wives. So stay with us for the next Tell All. We'll be right back.
Now, this is not going to be my answer, but I just want to
Okay.
I just want to say it.
All right.
Sometimes I'll wake up and she'll have her hand on my head, or she'll be holding my hand. She'll be praying for me at night. But I'll say this: if she goes to the store, she always thinks about stuff I like, even if I don't ask, and she just brings it home.
Welcome back, everyone. We've been having such fun talking about marriage and family with our pastors' wives and their husbands. And now we have the pastors on the hot seat, and they're going to be taking their turn at answering first. Okay, guys, are you ready?
We're ready.
Are you sure?
No,
All right.
not sure.
Not sure, but here we go. Kristen, you start the first
Okay.
question.
Number 1, Marvin. What is the funniest thing that has ever happened to you while preaching?
The funniest thing that's ever happened to me while preaching. Wow. I tell a lot of jokes all the time. The funniest. When I call for a scripture and they don't put it up on the prompter, and I'm just sitting there waiting, going doo doo doo. So that's the funniest thing I can think of.
Singing the Jeopardy song.
You
waiting on
actually
the right
sing it
scripture.
out loud, the Jeopardy song.
I just do what I just
Okay.
did. But
Okay.
I'll ask for a scripture and they take too long to put it up. And I'm
Okay.
just like, come on. Yes, that's the funniest thing.
That works. All right, David.
I would say we have, there are 3 steps that lead up into our chancel where I preach from, and I have tripped down those steps.
Trip down or tripped up?
Trip down.
Trip down.
Where
the
I get too
steps.
close to the edge, I'm making a point, and I just,
Oh.
And what do you say?
I usually try to save it at the end and say that was all planned. So I've never
good.
actually fallen, I just have stumbled
That's
down.
good.
the steps.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, Bishop.
I'm actually trying to think of something here. I'm a jokester, so I have a lot of comedy in my presentation, so I don't know which would be the funniest. But I will go with maybe tripping as well.
Tripping.
Tripping as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Tripping, and
Tripping while you're
falling as
preaching.
well, yeah.
Oh, have you actually fallen?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
But
well,
I
that's
popped
big.
right back up. You would never
Tripping
know
and
it.
falling, we
Yeah,
never know.
Never know. Never
All right, that's great. Number 2, David, we're going to start with you. Pastor David, what is your favorite date night out with Lee? And I'm going to give you some possibilities. Letter A, or first, dinner out and movie with just the 2 of you. Number 2, stay home and order in. Number 3, a sports-centered activity like walking or playing tennis or something. And number 4, go to a party. Which one do you like the best with Lee? Favorite date night?
I'm gonna say staying home and ordering in.
Stay home
that
and
one?
order
Okay,
in.
that
That was
was
it.
one.
That was
Yep.
number
That
2.
was number
Stay
2.
home and order in.
Yep.
All right, Alan, what do you like?
Number 1.
Number 1
Was
was
going-
dinner out and a movie with just the 2 of you?
Yes.
Okay.
But, this is the most likely. She hates movies. I love going out to eat. So we'll see how she
See, that was the problem with my husband and me. We would have had that problem too because I don't care about movies, but I do like to eat and, we're back and forth. So
Yeah.
good luck.
But it is, what is your favorite date night? So that is your
Yes.
answer. Yeah.
Okay.
You said you want to go to bed early, so.
Yeah. Okay, Marvin?
If they had nighttime golf, it would be nighttime golf. But dinner and a movie.
Dinner
Dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a sports-centered activity.
No.
No,
Did you say
so-
night? Did you say nighttime?
No.
You said date night.
It doesn't have to be a night. Your
I
favorite
did say-
date.
I said date night.
Yeah. If it's
Okay.
date night, dinner and a movie.
It's date night, dinner and a movie with
Okay.
just the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody
Okay.
likes to go to parties in this group. I guess they party all week long with their people,
Well, they're-
right?
They have to be on, yes.
Interesting.
At the pulpit, so
All
I
right.
would think so.
All right, you do the next one.
Okay, number 3. What, who are we starting with? Bishop Allen. What percentage of housework do you do? This is multiple choice. A, 90%, B, 10%, C, 50-50, you share it, and D, something else.
I'm going to go with something else.
You know what that means, right?
Name it.
Oh, no. Something else probably, well, I don't know, it means something
We'll
to
just
me.
let them
If,
say
if,
that
not,
something
if not, I
else.
will go with B.
No.
Go with
Okay.
something else.
What does something else mean to you?
A different percentage.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it means to me. What
good.
does it mean to you?
Like, I was thinking nothing. But anyway,
No, I didn't think that. I didn't
Okay,
think
Bishop,
that.
that's good. All right, Marvin.
Barbara, I'd like to call a friend. What were the options again?
90%, 10%, 50-50, or something else.
Something else.
Okay, to something else,
Yeah.
okay?
David.
10%.
10.
You do? What do you do?
I will do laundry occasionally, fold clothes.
Impressive.
Oh, that's more than 10%.
There's,
Yeah, I know.
and
That's a lot.
I'm a little worried that she's going to think it's more, but
Okay.
on the grand scheme, it only amounts to.
All right, let's go 10%.
Okay.
All right, Marvin Jackson. Oh, this is going to be so easy. I could answer this one for you.
Okay.
What one thing does your wife have too much of?
Shoes.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, what
Good
else
job.
can you say?
Shoes.
Yeah, you got lucky on that question. David, what does Lee have too much of?
Tops.
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 Okay. And Alan, Bishop Allen?
My wife has too much makeup.
Ooh, oh, that's a dangerous.
I just got nervous for you.
I know, me too. Oh, you sure you want to say that, right? It's done.
Okay,
It's already written on the card.
Yes. Okay, this is a positive one. We're moving right along.
It
Number
is?
5. Yes.
Okay, it's scary to me.
It is?
No.
Okay. Other than the obvious, how does your wife show you love?
Wow, there are a myriad of ways that she does that. I would say, like making my favorite meals is probably one of the big ones. Yeah.
Ooh, that's dangerous too.
The question or the answer?
That answer is a little dangerous. But you probably the guy that gives her a pot for Christmas.
No, a
blender
She
and
knows
iron.
kind of my favorites, and if I've had a bad day, she knows.
I think that's a good answer. Chris feels a lot of love when I make something he really likes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. I would not want Tommy Beck to say that. That's okay. That's okay. It's a good answer. All right.
Okay,
Bishop.
mine's loaded. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, good.
When she comes to bed early.
Now you did
That was
hear.
other than
I'm asleep early. So that's not obvious.
Okay, but it's other than the obvious.
We know what the number one way that your wives show you
I think
love.
there's.
Okay, well, I will go with the food.
We don't want to change our
No,
mind.
you
If
keep that.
want- what do you want?
You guys are on the same track thinking wise, so
Yeah.
she might
Yeah,
totally
don't
be
let
right
us
on.
persuade you.
I think my first answer is.
Okay,
All right,
you're gonna
let's
stay with that.
Stay with the coming
Stay
to bed
with
early.
that. Yes.
Okay, Marvin Jackson.
It's a difficult one because she does a lot of things. Now, this is not going to be my answer, but I just want to.
Okay.
I just want to say it.
All right.
Sometimes I'll wake up and she'll have her hand on my head, or she'll be holding my hand. She'll be praying for me at night. But I'll say this: if she goes to the store, she always thinks about stuff I like, even if I don't ask, and she just brings it home.
That's so sweet. You know what? Even if you don't win, I think you should. But based on that answer, that was a great. Putting
That
her
was-
hand
that's
on it,
sweet.
I
The
love
prayer- the
that.
prayer part is
I love
good.
that, but that's not your answer. But the
Yes.
buying you said
Kind
the
of
store.
scared me the first time she did it, though.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Who is touching my head?
So the store buying you something you like, that is
Yeah,
your,
when she
that's your
goes
final
shopping,
answer.
like grocery shopping, she's
Okay.
considerate. She thinks
Okay.
about things I like, and she brings those home.
Okay.
I think that's it, right?
That is it. Do we need a bonus question?
Well, we'll see if we need a bonus question. We'll do the bonus question if there's a tie. We'll do it
Okay.
later.
Okay.
So great job, guys. Wonderful answers. We're going to take a quick break to bring the wives back on and see how well everybody did. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
And then the other thing is she has incredible stability and poise, and my world can be going 100 miles an hour, and she just keeps me calm. She is so dependable and stable and even keeled when I'm all over the map.
welcome everyone back to our final portion of our Pastor's Marriage Game Show. The ladies have just come back, and it is now time for them to see how well they know their husbands. So, Miss Deborah, we're going to start with you with the first question. And your husband was asked, what is the funniest thing that has ever happened to him while he has been preaching?
Multiple choice?
No.
Oh, I know. He had a hole in his shoe.
Oh.
That was funny.
What happens every Sunday? What happens all the time with the prompter when the scriptures?
Oh,
The prompter doesn't put up the scripture. And I'm surprised about the hole in your shoe. This is
that's
the
when we
best
first
dressed
started.
person,
That was when we
right?
first started.
Oh, long
Yes.
time ago.
Okay.
It was
Back
like,
in the time when you had holes in your shoes.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
okay.
shoe just went.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, Lee, what would you say?
I think there's several that I could pick from, but I think I'm going to say when he fell off the chancel.
That's it. Very
job.
good.
You got
Ding,
it.
ding, ding.
Good
Trip
job.
down the steps. Good job,
girl.
Lee.
Oh, gotta give you a point. Good
Point
job.
for the Swansons.
All right, 3 points for the Swansons.
Deborah Wiggins, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to Bishop Alan Wiggins?
I agree with Deborah. Is this multiple choice?
Oh.
The funniest thing that's ever happened to Bishop Alan Wiggins
While he's been preaching.
while he's preaching. Probably something to do with, I don't know, him using some example from our family. Something with the boys.
Yes, no. You don't remember him ever tripping and falling? What did you say, Alan?
Oh,
Tripping.
Tripping.
Oh, he has
Right back
tripped.
up.
yeah.
All right, good
All
try.
right, now we're on to multiple choice.
This will be easier.
Yes, so here we go. Lee, what is your favorite date night?
Well, actually, the husband's
This was
favorite.
asked to the husbands. What is your husband's favorite? And it's multiple choice. Husband's favorite date night. So, A, dinner out and a movie with just the two of you. B, stay home and order in. C, a sports-centered activity like tennis or walking. Or D, go to a party.
The first one.
Dinner out
and a
Dinner out
movie.
and a movie with just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
What'd you say, David?
I said stay home and order in.
But you love a good dinner out.
I do. I just don't like the movie part. I didn't go with that.
All right, Deborah, what do you think is Alan's favorite date night?
Do you want them again?
Definitely the first one. Dinner out and a movie.
Dinner out. Good job. Good job. All right.
2 points.
Can you
for
repeat that?
Sure. Repeat them again.
Oh, yes. A, dinner out and a movie with just the two of you. B, stay home and order in. C, a sports-centered activity. And D, go to a party.
C.
Well, you want to, okay, so this is, well, hold on one second. So this is a date night.
Oh, date night.
Date night. So we
Okay.
are at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
A. Dinner and a movie. Dinner and a movie.
Dinner out and a movie with just
Yes.
the two of
You said
Is
dinner
that
and
what
a
you
movie.
said?
Good
Very
job.
good.
Yes.
And he actually did say,
I was going to do golf,
Yes,
but that's not
what
at
he
night.
said.
You can't do golf at night,
Right,
but that's
right.
what we would have done.
exactly, good job. Y'all are tracking.
And so the score is
3 for the Jacksons, 3 for the Swansons, and 2 for the Wiggins.
very, very
But
close.
everyone has leapt up, so this is great.
Anything can happen. All right, next question. I think we start with Deborah Wiggins.
Yes.
Is that right? All right. What percentage, Deborah, of the housework does Alan do? Multiple choice. A, 90%, B, 10%, C, 50-50, or D, something else?
Definitely D, something else.
Definitely, you're right. Something else.
And what is that something else? What is that percentage, you think?
Very little.
That's all right. You got it right.
At least he knew.
You both
Get under that bus.
All right, Deborah Jackson, what do you think? You need them again?
Okay, yes, can you repeat that?
90%, 10%, 50-50, or something else?
90%, 10%,
50-50, or something
50-50.
else?
or something else. I'm going to have to say something else.
What did you say? Something else. Very
You
good.
got it.
Do you want to explain what something else is for Marvin?
Something else.
You know, that's so nice. 'Cause we're supposed
just
to affirm
never
our
know
husbands. That's good. That's
what
very
that something's
good.
going to be.
Good. Yeah.
Very good. Lee?
See, I'm afraid he usually thinks he's done more than he has, so I am afraid, I feel like he might have said 10% when the truth is something else. So I'm going to say something else.
Oh, Lee, but you knew it was 10%. See, he does think he does. He does think he does.
I absolutely do 10%. Good heavens.
All right, it's a tie game. Well done.
The Jacksons have 4.
Jacksons are up by 1. All
Yes.
right, but again, anything can happen.
Yeah.
We have 2
Anything
more
can happen.
questions
Two
and
more
possibly a bonus.
Yes. So Deborah Jackson.
Oh, this is trouble.
What?
No.
This is hard. This is okay. What one thing do you have too much of? That your husband thinks
That you have too much.
that you have too much of.
Clothes.
Oh, I thought you'd get this one.
Shoes.
Shoes.
Okay.
100 pair of shoes? Yeah, I could have gotten that one. Although I probably have 125. Yeah, more clothes. Oh, you got more clothes and shoes. At least you're honest. That's
Love
good.
that.
All right, Lee.
I think clothes.
That was
Too
my
much
second one.
clothes? Too much? Well, can you be specific about what article of clothing? We're going to give it to you, but what article?
Black pants.
What?
Maybe be less specific.
Oh, tops. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. You can still
So
get the
clothes
point.
We'll give it to you.
Clothes is
Clothes.
good.
Clothes
Very
is good, yes.
I know, that's good. All right,
I
Deborah,
should've said-
what do you have too much of?
I'm gonna say jewelry.
Oh, makeup.
Can you have too much?
You don't have too much makeup.
Yeah, I didn't think
We
you
didn't
could
think
have
so.
too
We
much.
thought that was a questionable answer.
We tried to help him with that, and we tried to change his mind because we didn't like the answer either. Makeup? How do you have too much makeup? Bishop Allen Wiggins, you've learned something. Trouble.
Trouble.
All right, that's okay. No points.
All right,
Okay.
so coming into our final question, the Jacksons have 4 points, the Swansons have 4 points, and the Wiggins have 3. So here's your chance to take it and win, tie, or tie. Tie. Okie doke. Lee, other than the obvious, how do you show David love?
How do I show David?
The best way. What is the best way you show David love other than the obvious?
What's the obvious?
What's the
They don't know what the obvious is.
I know what the obvious is. I know what the obvious is. Clarify.
This is a general rated show, a family show. We
Children
can't say the obvious. We don't know the obvious either, but we think we do.
I'll say affirm him.
Affirm him. What'd you say,
I
David?
said make my favorite.
Aww.
It's okay. Close.
Okay.
Yeah, that
All right.
was so sweet. But that's
Deborah?
good that you affirm him.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's showing love.
I'm gonna say what David said by cooking his favorite foods.
What did you say,
Y'all
Alan?
made me change it back.
Is that what you said?
We know, we tried to help you.
They forced you.
We did. We tried to help you. We
We
tried to
said
get you
other than the obvious.
But he did
but
say you
that's not
fix his favorite.
obvious.
Give them half a point.
Okay,
Half a
I'm
point
gonna
on
give
that.
you a whole point because we're tied now. So Jackson's, this is your chance
Okay,
to
could you repeat the question,
win it
please?
or tie, and we'll go to the bonus round if you
Okay.
tie. Okay. Other than the obvious, which really could be anything.
Ask Deborah Wiggins what the obvious is. She knows, right?
I got it.
The disco ball.
How do you show love best to Marvin?
We have music.
Oh, that might be copyrighted.
Probably.
Oh, well.
By his favorite meal?
Cooking his favorite meal. Marvin, what'd you say?
When she goes to the store, she always thinks about me and brings stuff back I like.
That's no
When you
food.
go grocery, yeah, almost. You are all winners. You are all winners.
Yeah.
Give yourselves a
Good
hand.
job.
However, because we are so competitive and fair-minded around here, we want there to be a winner. So we're going to give you one more question to see who is going to win, right?
Yes.
You want to do the
No,
question?
you go for it.
Okay. Well, how do we do it where the husbands
I
can't
don't
hear?
know.
Why don't you have them write it down and then ask us a question? They can write it on their paper.
Right
You
on
got,
what it is.
all
And they can write it on
all
their cards.
You got a piece of, you got a pen? Here's a pen. Share the pens.
Okay. And so the question is,
Wait, you can't, oh yeah, you can do the
well, they're
question.
going to be
ahead of time.
writing. You all be thinking about the
we're gonna be
answer.
thinking.
You all be writing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, and
Okay.
if you don't like it, I'm gonna change it.
If there were one foreign country that you could take your wife or husband to that would be just the most incredible trip, it's kind of like your bucket list trip that you would want to go to, name the country.
That your wife would love to go to.
Can you edit it to a place?
That is a place. That is a place. A country is a place.
No, any place.
No. And we're going to give you 5 more seconds for the answer.
Yes.
And then I got something really fun to do after we do this. Are we ready? Everybody have it written down?
This is tough.
Alan, you got it?
Well, I had the first question.
Okay. So you're going to.
I'll go with this.
All right, be thinking while we're trying to do this, I'm going to give everybody a chance to say what their husband or wife's greatest attribute is and just say something affirming about your husband or wife. So you'll have time to do that as soon as we get finished with this question.
And that's not for points. That's just
No,
for
no,
love.
that's for love. All right, so once again, we have a 3-way tie. 4 points for the Jacksons, 4 for the Swansons, 4 for the Wiggins, and this is going to decide it. Jacksons, what is the favorite place that you want to go? You tell us first, Deborah.
New York.
New York.
Bingo.
Got it. All right. Give them a
I
big.
don't have a pen.
Oh, we don't have a pen anymore.
So it's
Okay.
okay, I thought it was favorite country.
Or well,
Or, so it was either
Just
or.
leave it, because I'm going with country. I'm going with country.
okay,
So,
go, Lee. What is it?
Greece.
Greece. You got it.
Good job.
And I changed it the last minute.
He put Italy at first, and he
I was
changed
going
it
to
to
say
Greece.
it's either Italy or Greece.
Wow, you
Good
guys
job.
know each other really well. All right, Deborah, what do you think?
Pressure is on, sweetie.
It's on you.
No, you got to tell.
Africa.
You guys are all winners. That was great. You all deserve to win because that was hard. That is good job.
Amazing.
I love seeing that. That was neat to see.
The truth
she
is-
really doesn't want to go anywhere out the country. But if so, it would be
But if I love that you all know each other that
Yeah.
well, and I cannot believe we had a 3-way tie. And I have to say, husbands, you were really, really brave to put yourselves on the hot seat because all of your people are going to be watching you and thinking what wonderful role models and husbands you are. Those of you who do something else with the housework, 10% David, proud of you. Ladies, thank you so much for being on this program with us today. What fun it was, and we're not done yet. We're going to spend the last, I'll give you all about 1 to 2 minutes each telling me what one thing is that you love the most about your husband or wife. And you can, who wants
You can
to
tell a
start?
story.
Who
I'll
wants to start? Okay, Deborah.
I'll start. One of the most amazing things, I have 2, is he's an awesome teacher, and it amazes me sometimes the revelation that God gives him so much that even a child can understand the Word of God. That is amazing to me. The other thing is him being a father and how he treats his children and how he loves his children and the compassion that he has for his children.
I love that.
that's
Thank
great.
you, Deborah. Thank you.
betcha.
Ding, ding,
We can go
ding.
right after.
You are winners. All right, Marvin, what you got?
This is gonna sound weird, but the closest thing I've seen as it relates to the love of God and how a person loves, forgives, and just is her.
Oh, that's great.
But you won't.
What did he say?
We'll be out of the Party City.
All right, Lee, you got anything?
Oh, I've got all kinds of things.
There you do.
Well, David, he keeps me laughing all the time. But I would say one of his best qualities is that he is very articulate about his love for me, the pride he takes in me and the things that I do separate from the church. He's great at writing a love letter. So he's really, really good at affirmation and encouragement.
Good.
That's great.
Nice, Lee.
There are 2 things about Lee. One, Lee is a phenomenal student. She loves the learning part, and she's always reading, and I'm so extroverted, that part's more difficult for me. So she's always going, did you know this? Did you know this? And I'm learning things from her all the time. And then the other thing is she has incredible stability and poise, and my world can be going 100 miles an hour, and she just keeps me calm. She is so dependable and stable and even keeled when I'm all over the map.
That's so neat. Good.
That's great.
Love that.
Yeah.
Wiggins, you have a chance to redeem yourselves.
Well, one of the things that always blows me away with my husband is he never misses a beat. If I say, you know, I really would like to have a Snicker bar, he takes note of it, and suddenly the Snicker bar shows up. and giant size. He's never going to do for me what I would do for myself. And I've had some pretty crazy ideas and ventures in our time together. And he encourages me and supports me in everything I say that I want to do. So that's been amazing.
Awesome. Awesome.
A wonderful attribute about my wife is she is so genuine. She is for real. And I mean that in an incredible way, because it's hard for her to wear a blank face. It's hard for her to hide her true feelings. You really get what you see, and she will tell you. The other thing, finally, is she's so passionate. She loves, and she loves hard, and she gives, and she gives hard. And so I love those attributes about my wife.
I love that you husbands and you wives are unabashedly able to affirm each other. And that's so important for us to do as husbands and wives. So thank you for coming on and for doing that in public in front of all of our viewers today, in front of us. It encourages us. It helps remind us to do that for our husbands,
right.
for our
It does.
children. And if our viewers are out there today, you don't know where you want to go to church, maybe you don't have a church. These are three incredible men of God and women of God who are serving at local churches right here in Central Florida: Hope Church, River of Life Christian Center, and First Presbyterian Church of Orlando. If you need a pastor, if you need a place to go and fellowship and just have a wonderful time of growth in the Lord, we would highly recommend that you consider one of those three churches. Again, I want to thank all of our participants today. Thank you, Kristen, for
it was
sitting
a
here
lot of
beside
fun.
me.
Thank
It was
you.
lots of fun. Our goal was to get to know each of you better, to have you get to know our pastors and their wives better. I think we did that. Maybe you even got to know each other at home a little bit better if you were also playing the game. Again, Kristen was wonderful to help me host this incredibly fun program today. And I think what we need to do now is to go to our note of hope and end on a really positive note. So stay with us. We'll be right back, and we'll have a little note of hope for you. Thanks so much for joining us on our program today. What a blessing to see our precious pastors and their beautiful wives share with us so transparently, to help us laugh, but more importantly, to give us a glimpse of what Christ's picture of marriage is. He loves us, the body of Christ, like he does marriage. We are his bride, the church. He's our bridegroom. And I'm so grateful for God's incredible, faithful, agape love for each of us. Now, the flip side, we live in a fallen world. Nobody is perfect. That means no marriage is perfect. And so I want to be sure we're all clear on this. Yes, strive for God's best, desire it, but understand and accept that on this side of eternity, there's not going to be perfection. I mean, no marriage is without conflict. Our part is to learn to resolve those challenges that life offers in the most congenial and biblically based ways as possible. My husband and I have been married for almost 44 years, and trust me, we still struggle from time to time. We still have disagreements and conflict, but our commitment to each other and to Christ is what keeps us together. I'm sure that's true of successful marriages, whether you're a pastor or a layperson. We're all in the same boat, wanting our homes and marriages to reflect Christ, but working hard to make that happen. I hope this program brought you some encouragement today. I'm sure glad you tuned in, and I'm so grateful for the pastors and their wives giving us their time and helping us to see that they're so like the rest of us. And that's our note of hope for today. God bless you, and keep tuning in to Good Life 45, because we are where hope happens.